The following podcast is dedicated to sonic excellence.
Mary had a little man.
Fun with sound.
Donk. Hello and welcome to the Parp Donk podcast, a beginner's guide to sound design. Come on, let's have some fun.
This is episode 10, Shit Blast. The shit tape.
Warning, warning, warning.
The following may cause some to laugh hysterically, some to become violently ill, but all to have a great time. Listener discretion is advised.
Who's this?
I love the ambience you're right there.
Yeah.
It's a really long hallway.
And the bowl is so present.
The mic's right there.
Oh.
Everyone be quiet. He's shitting.
Ooh.
That's real. That's
yeah,
real.
no, that's got to be real.
Yeah. I know that sound.
Yeah. It's a little wink, wink.
He might have had a prostate problem then.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm hearing there.
Little nugget.
Yeah. A Pweeper.
This squeak is beautiful, right? Oh.
Oh my. Masterful.
Yeah. Yeah. The Bach beer and nachos, that one. Well, we're going to fade out there, right?
Yeah.
And it goes on.
Yes, it does.
Boy, does it ever.
Well, welcome to Parp Donk episode
10.
10,
10.
the shit tape.
Wow.
So yeah, this is what you've been hearing about all season, and we thought for our season finale we would finally devote a full episode to the biggest bowel movement bar none, in common parlance known as the shit tape, the masterpiece, according to some, of Tom Clack.
Yes, absolutely. I would say it's a masterpiece.
I would say it's for me it's like the Mona Lisa of scatology.
Let's turn back the clock a little bit. Why did he make this, you think?
Money.
Money.
Shit and money, they go together.
Yeah. I remember he told me he tried to sell this in the back of the National Lampoon magazine.
Yeah, explain that. Explain what that was.
So I don't know, I guess the Onion of its time.
Right, it was a satiric magazine with like parodies of things and cartoons and all kinds of.
Yeah, it's where what's his name, Nigel.
Christopher Guest.
Christopher Guest. It's where Christopher Guest came out of.
Oh, is
came
that
out of
right? Okay.
National Lampoon. Yeah.
But they had classifieds in the back where you could buy all kinds of things, X-ray glasses,
Plastic vomit, it was
plastic
that.
vomit. Oh my God!
Yeah.
It was
Right.
that age of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But Clack, I guess he saw a golden opportunity, or a brown one perhaps.
I could fit in here.
Yeah. So he put out a classified and sold and advertised for this piece of loveliness, and you could buy one. I'm not even sure what the price was actually, but National Lampoon in the end deemed it too crude, so they never actually even listed it.
They never ran the ad, huh?
Which is lucky for us in a way, because now we still have some of the original recordings, because they probably would have sold out immediately, I would think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would
Yes.
think. Yeah, I would
have-
think there would have been. Yeah.
I have about 10 boxes of
Do you?
these 7-inch records.
I
yeah.
have one box, and I have like 25 or 30, and
Yeah, I don't even have a box. I've got like 5 copies of it.
yeah. Oh, John.
Every once in a while, I take it out just to see the label.
You know what? So I give them to people sometimes I look at as someone I like.
Yeah.
And Owen, my son, he's like, I gave one to one of his friends who I thought was really kind of a nice guy. And the kid left, and Owen's like, Dad, for you to give the shit record to somebody, that's like you knighting somebody, I think.
Absolutely.
it's the highest honor you could bestow on another human being.
So when Owen gets married, your new daughter-in-law will get a wedding present, and it'll be the shit tape with a bow around it.
I think it should be their first dance together.
Well, or walking down the aisle. We're gonna get to viewer comments at the end, but yeah, it's you could dance to that.
We haven't mentioned the record label.
Right. So it was on Uranus Records, which is a cool looking label. It has a fly.
And this is not a real record label. It was just something that he made up just for this.
It was a fly flying around the moon or flying around
Saturn.
Flying around,
or
a
Uranus.
planet. So,
Uranus. Flying around Uranus.
So it's flying around a planet, and it forms a ring like around Saturn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it was on Uranus Records, and it said 1978 Clack Inc. underneath that.
Because that's when the copyright.
Yeah, and you're right. It's a 33 RPM record, but it's a 7-inch record.
It is, yes.
So it's kind of unusual.
And the B-side?
The B-side is the longest fart ever.
Yeah.
You know what?
Which has its appeal, but it's not the genius that this.
Right. This was the hit. This was the hit on this record. So, but of course, because it didn't go and people didn't buy it off National Lampoon, it just kind of, I think Clack slowly handed them out,
right.
And it kind of grew in an underground sense of all these studios around the world. You go into recording studios, that's where you hear it usually.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want to hear something cool?
Yeah.
And it just kept growing and growing.
It became like the Trog tapes.
Yeah.
Engineers would pass it amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It had kind of the definition of a cult following, right?
Oh, definitely. Till its peak, I guess, in Dumb and Dumber, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what everyone knows. If you didn't know already, that's when it really came out.
And it is exactly the same record. It's not like they copied it. They used that exact
the same recording.
sound.
It's verbatim or for shitum. What I don't know what it would be.
I don't think it's in the DVD version of it though.
Is that true? Interesting.
Yeah, I think they changed it.
But I remember Tom coming off the elevator when he saw Dumb and Dumber, or someone told him about it, and he was upset.
I would be.
He even took his ascot off. I remember, and he's like,
Oh my God! Oh
yeah.
Jesus.
Well, he only did it when he lifted something heavy.
He was hot under the collar.
And he's like, they stole my tape. They stole the shit tape. And he sued New Line Cinema, I think, was at the studio.
It was New Line. Yep.
Okay.
And he actually didn't win.
He did not win.
You can't sue for shit, apparently, at that time.
It is so
they decided
unfair.
you can't copyright shit.
That's right. That's what it was ruled. But I just, if I could meet any of those jurors, I just would love to
Was
give
it a
them.
jury?
I think it was a jury.
Because I've talked to Bim and other lawyer friends I know, and like it's still intellectual property.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he
right.
created that.
Yeah.
You know, so what? It's not playing a guitar or something. He's playing his ass, or or the bowl.
I just think that there, somewhere along the lines, it got to somebody's ears who didn't get it, and thought like, oh, I don't like this, therefore the creator shouldn't have money. And I just, it burns me up. It makes me so mad.
I would have to say, and not to be one way but it's probably a woman. Because well, hold on now, hear me out. I only say that because every man I play this for cracks up and laughs. Every woman runs away screaming, pretty much.
Jim Carrey could not be reached for comment, but maybe we can.
Yeah, but it was actually Jeff.
Was it Jeff Daniels?
Yeah, Jeff Daniels is the one who's.
He's the one who's actually doing it.
Perhaps our Parp team should reach out to maybe
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to know his thoughts. Actually.
Yeah. I'm sure they loved it. I mean,
how could they not? I mean, his performance was great.
Yeah.
well, you know who did love it was Howard Stern.
Of course. Well, he was fart man though.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But.
So yeah, getting back to the gender divide in terms of like who likes it and who doesn't. When I was a kid, all of my, school friends who were all girls liked it too.
Well, when they're small.
When they're small.
I recorded a podcast, and I was recording two 12-year-old boys, and they saw my vinyl,
Uh-huh.
and then they saw that, and they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, excellent choice. and I put it on for them. and they couldn't even stand up. They're on the floor.
God,
They're on the.
they
They're on the.
couldn't breathe, I
They're on the
can
floor, cracking up, crying as it played. And then the mother came in. He's like, "What's going on?" And she just took him out of there because he was like,
Right by the ear.
and they were like, they couldn't even stand up.
Yeah, I had a similar experience.
But that's the power of the shit tape.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it totally is. I had a similar experience. I was working with one of the MTV producers, and most of the MTV producers had heard the shit tape, of course, because it was like a
legend.
yeah. And he was describing. Oh, he was describing pukology to me. Do you know what pukology is?
I'm not sure.
It's somebody singing songs, totally in puke.
Wow.
So, which has certain similarities here. But,
It's like the barking dogs.
but yeah, but I said to him, well, it's just like the shit tape, kind of. And he said, what? And I said, you haven't heard the shit tape? And he was like, no. So I said, stay here. And I like ran out and I ran down the hall and got the shit tape out of the it was one of the records.
Yeah.
And I came back and I put it on the turntable, and he's on the phone when I get back because his boss had called. Because the head of on-air promos had called him and wanted to know where we were at in working on this promo. And so he's just sitting on the phone, and I put the record on, and I start playing it. And as it starts up, as I hear the whistling or the I hear my client say, yeah, well, we're about halfway through, and we got a little bit more to do, and I'm like, oh no, and so it starts to happen, and and I watch my client, and my client just starts laughing, like hold on, like no, it's just something funny just happened, and right at that point where he says something funny just happened is when the rather large the Bach beer and Nacho Bach beer part hits, and he just went berserk. He couldn't talk and he couldn't breathe, and he finally manages to say, "I'll call you back," and just hangs up the phone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're talking stories. I have a serendipity story, I think.
I was just going to ask you, Jim, for your serendipitous story, because I think that this is actually quite beautiful.
It's a beautiful story.
Yeah. How did you first come across the shit tape yourself?
I grew up in Connecticut, and I'm in high school, driving around in the backwoods with my knucklehead friends, drinking beer. It's a road that goes into a dirt road. There's nothing, horse trails back. There's nothing really back there. There's no houses. And like, oh, I gotta piss, stop the car. I get out. It's dark out. I'm about to start my business. I look down, I see a white thing on the ground, and I pick it up. And it's a cassette, and it's an AVX cassette. Now, AVX cassette is a high-speed duplicating cassette from back in the day, where they'd make many copies. Wasn't from a record label, so there's somebody made 50 copies of this. And I was like, oh, so check this out. I've got in the car, like, let's put this in, because there was a cassette deck in every car then, and it was the shit tape. And it changed my life and my friend's life forever. and we would just play this thing over and like all guys. We're like, got to the end, backed it up, and did it again. And the other side was actually fuck.
Oh.
And this cassette, it was like, fuck is a word you should use in your daily language. Fuck is a noun. Fuck is a verb. Fuck. And was this?
That was something else. Yeah.
And I asked Tom, because when I did meet Tom, when I finally realized he made the shit tape, which was probably a year after I started working for him, he played it. I heard it coming out of his room. I was like, that's a shit tape. And I went there, I was like, you're playing the shit tape? He goes, yes, I made that. I was like, oh my God.
I am not worthy. I am not worthy.
I called my friends and they're like, holy shit, they're like bowing down to me. Like, you work for the guy who made the shit tape. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
So you were obsessed with the shit tape.
Oh,
and
sure. Yeah.
It inspired you to get into a life of sound design. And, maybe indirectly.
Yeah, indirectly.
And so you found a job at Clack Studios, and like a year later you found out that he made the shit tape. And so that's like that's
crazy,
so
right?
Great. Yeah.
And I asked him, did you make the fuck tape too? And he didn't know what that. He goes, I don't know. I didn't know. What's that? So somebody made that tape.
That's
somebody.
It was like the two most obscure, weird things that they could get their hands on.
And I wish I still had the original. But anyhow, so my friends aren't, I have friends of different levels of
sophistication.
So thank you. Some of my less sophisticated friends who are huge shit tape fans, and they all had this house together, like these 4 or 5 guys, and I'd go visit them. and they would make their own shit tape. So,
And how would they make their shit?
they had a cassette, like a realistic tape cassette recorder, on the tank on the toilet. So when they went about their business, they'd just add to it, and then they'd review it, and they're like, "Oh, that's we got when Jim
That's a
comes
good
over.
one. Yeah,
that's a
that's a
good
good
one.
one. Yeah, that's a good
Bill,
one.
that was a great one. When Jim comes over,
We'll have him
we have to we have to play it for him. And so I'd go over there, and they're like, I'm like, I don't know, man. It's not the shit tape, and this is kind of. Then it got gross to me, because the shit tape never was gross to me, but.
It actually teaches you a lesson about Foley art, though.
Yeah.
You know, the fake thing sounds so much better than the real thing.
We're not saying
In
it's
a lot
fake,
of the-
though, are we? Are we?
Enhanced.
The enhanced, right? Like the contrived, designed
Right.
things.
The art.
Right, right.
The art of shit.
It's designed to sound like something, and then the real thing, it doesn't sound as
Doesn't
good.
measure up.
Yeah.
And another time I went, because my friends were such huge fans, we went to this thing called Unadilla, which is upstate New York.
Oh, sure. I know where that is.
That is the Grand Prix motocross race, and they do it like in Europe, but on the east coast of America, it's Unadilla, New York.
Yeah.
And like 50,000 people go watch this thing, and you camp out there. There's a whole scene, and they had this huge stage PA system, and one of my friends gave the guy running the sound the shit tape, and they played it over the Unadilla Valley for 50,000 people. And I remember the sun going down, and this thing's blasting. And people are like, I have to say, yes, there was a tear in my eye. You know. It was cool.
to know that you knew the man,
Yeah.
the great Tom.
But the whole crowd was like
I wish Tom had been there.
Oh, me
He
too.
would have been so happy. And I mean, they could have introduced him. He would have like
Oh, my God.
walked out onto the track to cheers,
Oh.
waving at everyone.
they would have loved him. They would have loved him. The whole it was really well received. It was like, wow, the place was freaking out, you know.
And now, a word from Parp Donk.
Remember way back when, enjoying a frothy mug of real root beer on a hot summer day? Well, friends, that feeling is back with Parp Donk old-time real 1883 root beer. Next time you get thirsty, tap into the old-time feeling again with Parp Donk old-time real 1883 root beer. Now that tastes like 1883.
I got one more story.
Yes.
Yeah, of
One more
course,
story.
please.
My wife was in the hair salon business, and her partner was Scottish. And at one point, his brother came to visit with his wife, and they come to New York, and he was a drummer. He was a drummer in a band.
I'm sorry.
In Scotland, yeah. And so his brother said, you have to meet my partner. You have to meet Gail's husband. He's got a recording studio. So we invited him up to the studio, and he shows up, and he's telling me about where he records and
Blah, blah, blah.
yeah, we're comparing equipment and stuff, and I don't know how we got on the subject, but he says, I was in a studio once in Glasgow.
See, it's studios.
Yeah, I was in a studio in Glasgow once, and this guy pulls out a cassette and he puts it on, and it was somebody having a bowel movement, and I'm like, I know who made that.
Yes, I believe I'm familiar.
I know where that, because he says, where would something like that even come from? I said, I know where that comes
I
from.
wonder if that was a white AVX tape.
It probably was.
It was probably
yeah,
from that
probably
runoff.
was. Yeah,
It
right.
could have
And
been.
so I ran down the hall, and I come back with the disc, and I put it on the turntable.
And you have the actual-
And he's like, yeah, he's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's very
But
powerful.
I mean, it went to Scotland. I mean, it was it
So
was
great.
a worldwide phenomenon.
It's so great. And in certain ways, not every single way, but certain ways, Tom built a career on that social cachet he had.
I think,
A lot of
You know,
people sort of in the game recognizes game way, like they loved it and they wanted to meet the man who did it. And
Yeah. I mean, he would have probably done really well anyhow.
yeah, and
But if
at
you have
anything.
if you have a
but-
choice to you can work with Bob, or you can work with the guy who made the shit tape. I mean,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
yeah, tell Bob we're gonna.
I'll go with the shit tape.
A guy who
That's a
has
good choice.
Oh, of course. Who doesn't?
Well, I think
women, I guess.
just most women.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I know what you're talking about. It's true.
It's true. Even Claire and Karen today. I was looking up I was looking up the shit tip because I wanted to see the label, and that didn't come up, but it had like the longest human recorded shit ever, like from some Neanderthal guy was like 4 feet or something.
Oh, right.
And it's like fossilized. And I was like, Claire, check this out. She goes, Dad, that's disgusting. I'm like, I don't know. It's
Yeah, Claire, check this out.
and
Every guy's reaction. Hey, Claire, my daughter, get over here.
well, you had Tom as a father. She has me, so it's you came out all right.
So do we want to get into how it was done?
Yes.
Like how it was actually
Well, that's what
achieved?
I think is brilliant about it.
It's very hard to tell. Yeah.
It's a mystery, isn't it?
Well, it's the timing.
Yes, the timing
The timing is like
everything.
phenomenal.
Oh, if you're talking about the performance, yeah.
Well,
I thought you
there's
meant the
so many elements, right? The performance is only one part, but like the Foley, of course, is genius.
The Foley's genius, but
Yeah.
like I said, my friends who probably knew it inside and out more than me, one of them who really loved it, in the end, he loved all the vocal sounds more than the shits. You come for the shits, but you stay for the,
It's kind of nothing without the vocals. Yeah, it's true.
His vocals are like
If it was just the shit sounds, it would be like.
and he'd walk around like, oh. And I was like, I know what that is. And he just started doing it. And he's like,
I don't think it was all one take. I think it must have been,
It's
like
totally
each-
edited. Yeah, I think days of work. I think
I think
days
so
of
too.
work probably went into this.
yeah, but he was so committed
You know?
to this, I think.
Sure.
But it's funny because
He wanted to make money from it.
well, right. It has to be a proper, it has to be a proper shit. But I think it's a mystery because he told me some ways that how he did it, and he told you, Amanda, other ways. Like I never heard what you said about the.
The can of garbanzo beans.
Yeah, he never told me. He told me stuffed hot peppers.
So
and-
they would probably make a really good plop, because they're
And
heavy.
wet-
Yeah.
and wet paper towels, I think he told me. And
Beyond that, I didn't hear any other secrets.
it's
yeah.
funny that he told you something different than I.
Garbanzo beans.
Yeah, but that's like that.
Yeah, but that's
Bloop, they're
those
like
are
the
the
size of
tiny.
a
Yeah, those
hazelnut.
those are the points where it's kind of like.
It's like the,
That would be one at a time. Yeah.
See, and that's the the putting one thing against the other. too.
Dynamics.
Yeah, the dynamics of it
Yes.
are like incredible.
Yeah.
But you hear some of the vocal sounds and you expect the nachos and
Right, you
and-
expect
and
it to be a
Bach
big
beer, yeah.
event, but
and
then
you
it's
just
just
hear
a
this
tiny little. Yeah.
it's funny though. I never thought about this until now. Maybe he was trying to capture every sound your butt would make in any kind of shitting situation.
Like the whole spectrum.
Like I wonder if he,
Yeah.
because it kind of does that,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
don't you think?
Yes, it does.
It runs
You're
the
right.
gamut.
I'm trying to think what's missing.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Nothing, not one. He had a name for every fart. I remember too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The trumpet.
The Trump, the sausage, the old lady in the pew in the church, the dry fart. Remember, there's a whole fart reel.
Yeah, yeah.
which you probably
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, yeah. And there's one with just horse farts too.
He loved that.
Yeah.
He went to Bermuda, I think, right? And he came back. He was so happy. He's like, I got this horse farting. It's beautiful.
Because sometimes when they trot along, they
Yeah.
fart at the same time in the
Right.
rhythm. Yeah.
And he was recording the horse trotting, but it started farting. He was like, gold.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Being there at that special moment.
Yeah. So, well, we said there are awards for sound design, but that didn't happen until Apocalypse Now. So I wonder.
We can give a posthumous award for the shit tape.
They should do, right?
Where do we submit?
That's kind of a good point because we're also considering remastering this, which maybe it's best left untouched.
I don't know. I think the world needs this. Technology's come so far.
It definitely needs to be re-released in some form or another. If
Yep.
it's the
Yeah.
original recording, that would be great. Maybe it needs to be the original on one side and a remastered
yes.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In bowl around sound.
Right.
Bowl
And-
around sound. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you'd be there. You'd be right at the water's level looking up, but you'd also feel the thunder off the walls. I'm thinking. And you'd feel the splashes on your face. That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
On the,
Yeah. But I think more importantly, he released this. It has a white generic cover. Uranus Records, biggest bowel movement. Mentions nothing about him. It should pay tribute to him. It should be a booklet. A booklet.
There definitely should be liner notes or a booklet.
Liner,
yeah.
that has. I mean, I don't think there's any pictures that exist of him creating this, but
no, but the genius behind it.
yeah.
Many pictures could be found of him in scatological poses.
Maybe we can find a picture of the Clack toilet.
The Clack toilet, I think, is the Stradivarius of toilets, actually, right? Because that's also plays a part in the sound design too. Because that toilet, if you've worked in the studio, I hear that toilet,
Yep.
Still sometimes at night.
Yeah. Yep.
No, but that is he also, is very savvy. He picked the right sounding bowl, and that's no longer with us either. So just like Tom, maybe that's best that way.
Yeah, in a way, it is appropriate that the exact technique and all of the secrets of how the sounds were created actually dies with him.
Yeah.
But the legacy doesn't have to,
And a tribute. Yeah. Maybe it would be good to re-release this with liner notes and
maybe a special download code for the fart record.
Sure, why not? Yeah, the longest fart ever.
Well, maybe people could let us know.
Yeah, well, we're thinking
about this.
Yeah, well, and also we'd love to hear back from you, the listener. Where were you when you first heard the shit record?
Yeah, because I know there's other people out there who are like us, or came upon this in their own way,
and it affected them.
Yeah,
and were you married to this? Were you? Do you have a friend that knows a story about this? We'd love to hear from you. And also, we're thinking stickers. We might re-release a Parp Donk biggest bowel movement toilet bowl. Which will be available on the merch site. So if that's something you're interested in too, let us know, right?
So yes, get in touch with us. Our email is parpdonk@gmail.com, and let us know your thoughts and your memories about the shit tape.
Where were you?
Yeah. And if you'd like to hear more of this shit, yes, like and subscribe.
Thank you all. Thank you all listeners for staying with us for 10 episodes. It's been so incredible.
I hope no one got sick. But if they did, that's all right.
This incredible finale.
Yeah.
Thanks to you both, Jim and John, for a full year of this project. It's been so much fun.
Well, thank you. We couldn't have done it without you and Karen and of course you, the listeners.
And
right?
Pippin.
And Pippin, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pippin.
Pippin has been quiet as a mouse this whole time.
Yeah.
You know what? He probably likes the shit tape, too. Hey, finally these guys are talking about something good.
Now, if we could only get the smell.
Yo.
Oh, you're cute.
All right, we'll see you guys in season 2.
We hope.
I'll be there. I hope the three of you will be.
So this is John.
And Jim.
And Amanda.
And Karen.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So long from Parp Donk.